Welcome to Classroom Management Part 2. In today's training, we will continue to talk about effective classroom management strategies that will help you when working with students. Our focus will be behavioral re-engagement strategies. Examining attitudes about challenging behaviors. In this section, you will engage in self-reflection by answering 3 questions on scratch paper. The questions are designed to help you proactively identify behaviors that may be triggers for you if they occur while working with students. Question 1. What behaviors push your buttons? Question 2. How do these behaviors make you feel? And question 3. What is your response when these behaviors occur? Please pause the video now to do some self-reflection on your scratch paper. Thank you for reflecting. We will continue this training by looking at behavioral re-engagement strategies you may use if challenging behaviors arise in the classroom. Behavioral re-engagement strategies can be broken into 3 subcategories: nonverbal, redirection, and correction. We will discuss the strategies in each subcategory in the following slides. Please feel free to pause the video to record any strategies on your scratch paper that you plan to use during your day as a sub. The first nonverbal strategy is planned ignoring. This strategy may be difficult to use on your first day as a sub in the classroom because it requires pre-planning for a target behavior. However, if you choose to use planned ignoring, you will ignore student behaviors when their motivation is attention and continue instruction without stopping. This may be beneficial for minor classroom disruptions like calling out or tapping a pencil. The next nonverbal strategy is physical proximity. This is when a teacher uses proximity to communicate teacher awareness, caring, and concern. It is not meant to be intimidating. The third strategy is a signal or nonverbal cue. This is when a teacher gestures to prompt a desired behavior, response, or adherence to a classroom procedure and routine. A thumbs up to indicate that you are happy with their behavior, and or possibly tapping a student's desk lightly with your finger may help them get back to work. The last nonverbal strategy is direct eye contact. This is the teacher look to get attention and nonverbally prompt a student. This is not a negative. It is not a mean look. It is just direct eye contact complemented with an attention signal that will let the student know what you would like them to do. The next subcategory is redirection. Behavior-specific praise is a form of redirection. When using behavior-specific praise, you will identify the correct behavior in another student or group and use behavior-specific praise to remind all students of the expectations. An example may be that you thank students for having all of their materials ready to go. The next strategy listed is when you redirect. This is simply restating the desired behavior as described on the teaching matrix. An example might be that you say, "Remember, students, if you would like to answer a question, please raise your hand as it's stated on your classroom rules." The last strategy listed under redirection is support for procedures, and routines. This is when you might identify and install a classroom routine to prevent the problem behavior, or provide a booster for a routine already in place. Remember, you will want to review any routines and procedures left in the teacher's notes ahead of time if possible. The last subcategory for behavioral reengagement strategies is correction. Let's begin with reteaching. Reteaching is when you state and demonstrate the expected behavior, have the student demonstrate it, and then provide immediate feedback. The next strategy is to provide choice. You may want to give a choice for a student to accomplish a task in another location, maybe complete a task in another order, or use alternate supplies to complete the task. And lastly, maybe offering a different type of activity that accomplishes the same instructional objective. Remember, choices should lead to the same outcome. For example, if a student is having a difficult time sitting in their chair, you may offer another location in order for them to complete their work. Where they complete their work is their choice, but they must complete their work. That is the outcome that you would like. The last strategy is conferencing with a student. When conferencing with a student, it is important to remember that you need to do these in private. You will describe the problem that the individual student is having, describe the alternative behavior that you would like to see, tell why the alternative is better, practice, and then provide feedback to that student. But again, it must be done in private. Now it is time to practice. Please pause the video and choose 1 to 2 scenarios to reflect on how you would use reengagement strategies to get the student to rejoin in the classroom lesson and/or activity. Thank you for taking time to think about how you may use some of the strategies to reengage students. One last thought before we go. If you miss the chance to confront a negative behavior, don't worry, you'll see it again, I promise. But if you skip an opportunity to praise a positive choice, you may never see it again. Focus on the positive, and it will help you more. Thank you so much for your work as a substitute teacher in Jefferson County Public Schools.